Hooray, we're back. Happy Halloween! Just kidding, it's the day after Halloween, and I have no idea when this will go up. Hopefully I'll upload again tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. It's guilty as charged, which is great. I left myself on a really nice spot to just pick right back up. We are in the Landover Capital Center. I'm ready to do it to it. This is going to be a pretty fun show, I think. Got a couple different title defenses tonight. Sandman taking on Taz. We're opening up with Jericho taking on Sexton Hardcastle. We've got Kurt Angle taking on Steve Corino. Rob Van Dam taking on CM Punk. We got Tosatsuba challenging the Triple Threat, Lance Storm, Chris Candido for the Tag Team Championships of the world. We got Rhino making his in-ring debut, or at least a Rhino-like man, taking on Little Guido in its debut, whatever the fuck that Rhino man is. I'm not sure. And one other match I'm definitely forgetting. Taz Sandman. Well, I'm forgetting one. That's upsetting me. Oh well, whatever. We'll figure it out. Let's do it. We're just going to kick things off. 96 A-Star, just a Chris Jericho promo. Jericho comes down to the ring, doing his normal, like, I'm trying to think of, like, a really good, like, Nitro is Jericho, Raw is Jericho type, like, runoff. I can think of, like, Hardcore is Jericho, but that, like, Jericho's not really a hardcore worker, right? He's kind of just a guy in the company. ECW is Jericho. It's kind of why, instead of saying something like that, I've settled in with kind of the modification of his very early or not his very early catchphrase, but his, like, WWE early catchphrase, and then his late WWE catchphrase, kind of with Jericho Hall, Jericho-holics, and drink it in, man, right? Like, because it makes sense. I don't know if they did that intentionally, but if they did, that makes so much sense. It's great that, Jericho-holic, drink it in. Maybe it wasn't. But anyway, that's what I was saying. Anyways, Jericho comes down to the ring. He's talking about how he's going to whoop Sexton Hardcastle tonight in front of the millions and millions of The Rock's fans. Sure, we'll go with something like that. Holla if you hear me. Drink it in, man. Drink it the fuck in. And drink it in we do. We open up with a 68B in about that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Chris Jericho beats Sexton Hardcastle in about 16-16. With submission, with the Lion Tamer, locks it in, knee on the head. Sexton is forced to tap out. Pretty damn good match here. I like to think that we should get some fun spots in here. Sexton isn't doing the spear. He's doing the Impaler DDT, which I'm not necessarily sure what I'd call it, but Sexton Hardcastle, Christian Cage, the Suicide Blondes, they're really horny. Like, that's kind of like their gimmick in my head. They're like these like party goers who are really horny. So something with, like, instead of like Impaler DDT, like the Penetrator DDT, something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, listen, I don't need to spell it out for you. All right, I think most of you are, like, younger than me now, which is really weird because I used to be so fucking young making these videos. I was like 14 making these videos, and now I'm like 18, I've grown a beard now, and, like, holy fuck, I'm old as shit. I'm gonna die. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure a fair amount of you are still older than me, which is great, because it makes me feel not like my childhood is slipping away. But yeah, I don't have to spell it out for you. I'll think of it down the line, okay? Down the line, I'll come up with a name. I still think we can call Christian's Kill Switch the Unprettier, because I think it still kind of works. Kind of, sort of. Not sure. We'll see. We'll see in the future. What did I call it? I call it the Kill Switch or the Unprettier? Yeah, I call it the Kill Switch, which I'm calling the Unprettier, but it's an Unprettier that he calls the kill switch later on, which is weird because what was the kill switch even supposed to be? It was just supposed to be like electricity, because he's not electric. He's Captain Charisma. So shouldn't it have been like something like a boat? Or charisma? I don't fucking know. Even then, it's really funny they gave him Captain Charisma, considering the fact that Christian is fairly uncharismatic. Anyways, moving on. So we get a little break here from the matches. We're gonna go into Rhino versus Little Guido next. We see Tommy Dreamer and Jerry Lynn, and they're doing yoga. They're just trying to like balance themselves, man. You know what I mean? And like Jerry's like afterwards they're done or whatever. We get some different highlights of stuff. Maybe set to the fucking ECW theme, the This Is Extreme by Harry and the Two Tones, I want to say, or the Slash Tones, something like that. You can look up the song. They're just doing yoga in like a serene, like maybe like a serene, like large patio or something like that, overlooking a river somewhere, wherever the hell we can drive them, because fuck, it's ECW. We're not flying them anywhere. We're just driving them out somewhere. So yeah, they do some yoga, and Lynn asks Dreamer, you know, how he's feeling, and Tommy says, I feel better, but you know, I can still, like, I'm still not right. And Jerry's like, all right, I got something else for you. And we'll pick up on that next time. This does about what I thought it would do. Rhino isn't that good yet. I'm hoping he's going to get over more than good. In about that, at Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Rhino defeats Little Guido in 5:34 by pinfall with a gore. Big old fucking gore. It's just a slaughter of a match. Rhino is killing it. He's the fucking man, very obviously. He's tossing Guido around, hits a massive gore, turns Guido inside out. 1, 2, 3, and kind of on comms. This creature is like running around or whatever. We get, I guess it would be Chris Cruz in theory, because he's our color commentator. Mentioned some kind of line, you know, about this beast of a man beast, if you will. Not necessarily sure what the hell he is, but he's here, and I'm kind of afraid. Moving forward. Right, okay, so we get a triple threat entrance featuring Shane Douglas, Lance Storm, Chris Candido. Nice, Chris Candido picked up some mic shit. That's awesome. They're coming down to the ring. It's tag team time, baby. Tosatsuba taking on Lance Storm, Chris Candido of the triple threat. If you can't tell, basically, I don't know if I've done a great job of communicating this. The triple threat to me are very, like scarily with this, like, group. Even though, like, I don't think Candido's quite as good of a worker as either Fisher or O'Reilly. They're very Undisputed Era to me, like this original trio of kind of the not as good of a worker, really probably pretty good sports ent brawlery type guy. I know Adam Cole has like a lot, I would say in theory, flashier moves than Shane Douglas, but he's not like a tremendously better worker than Douglas is. They're both good talkers. They've got some charisma to them. People gravitate towards them. Storm is the absolute work rate killer wrestler. And Candido is kind of in the same vein. He's obviously not as good as any of the people I'm comparing him to. I would even say he's worse than Cole. But, you know, he's kind of he brings something different to him. For his size, Candido's pretty powerful, and he can flip. He can flip pretty well, something that Lance Storm doesn't do. Blonde Bombshell, kind of sort of an example of both. It's a top rope power bomb, like a top rope. He fucking grabs you and then power bombs you off the top rope. Yeah, Blonde Bombshell. But anyways, yeah, so this is kind of our trio here. And it's go time. Who will be tag team champions of the world? Will it be a new rising sun? Something Japan with Hayabusa and Tajiri? Or will the triple threat reign on as tag team champions? This does really fucking well. So by the way, good wrestling did on my sheet. Tosatsuba defeat the Stormtroopers in 1533 when Tajiri defeated Chris Candido by pinfall with a Shindaniku. Tosatsuba win the ECW World Tag Team titles. That's right, Tosatsuba are champions. I like to think we're going all out on this, having some fun table spots maybe. One of the main things that I could think of is like, this would ideally be more of a finish, so I'm gonna save that idea that I had in my head. Maybe like Hayabusa does like some form of like crazy fucking like suicide dive type deal, to storm through a table or something like that. Crazy shit. Of course, we get Tajiri's Mist in there. All good shit. And I'm still not sure what the Shindaniku is. I knew at one point what Hayabusa's finish was, but I know what the Imperial March is, of course, which is their finish. I think I've been just calling them the Triple Threat. They're the fucking Stormtroopers. I knew that. Which I love. Also, I don't know if I've gushed about this or not, but the Stormtrooper name was awesome for 2 reasons. Lance Storm and Chris Candido. Okay, actually 3 reasons. They're cronies, right? So they're his troopers. They're Shane Douglas's troopers. 2, because Shane Douglas very much like views himself as the Emperor, and also in like a Nazi way. Like, that's kind of fucking crazy. Like, I don't know. I like the appeal of both of that. Not, you know what I mean. You know what? All right, don't take that out of context, but you know what I mean. Okay. I think it's cool how it kind of has that double meaning to it, and it could kind of be either way, considering how evil you think Shane Douglas is. And ultimately, because just the straight up Carrie Fisher line, aren't you a little short for a Stormtrooper? Which both Candido and Storm are both shorter guys, especially Candido. Candido, even though he's pretty fucking jacked, he's pretty small, like, comparatively. So overall, like, I really dig that tag team name. But anyways, Tosatsuba are tag team champions. Great stuff here, all around, boys. Oh shit, we're just going right in this. I thought we had an angle here. Oh my god. ADB, and about that, a superb wrestling, decent reaction to the crowd. CM Punk defeated Rob Van Dam by submission with an Anaconda Vice after interference from... Who? What the fuck? And then afterwards, we get on the mic with CM Punk. Punk grabs the mic, and kind of, he's got this new guy or whatever, Chris Daniels, I guess, because Punk kind of refers to him as Christopher Daniels. They've got Daphne with them, and Punk kind of leans in and looks at Rob, and he says, Rob, you stupid fuck. We told you. He told you. You knew what was going to happen. You still went ahead anyways. First of all, I'm going to put it as bluntly as possible. I'm CM Punk, and I'm better than you. Second of all, we warned you, but because of your stupid fucking ego, you couldn't see it. You couldn't see the fact that everything was pointing to a 4th fucking member. You absolute moron. That's the problem with this place, isn't it? That's what Raven is looking to absolve from not just ECW, all of wrestling. It's people like you, the people who were born in the spotlight and shine in it, the people whose heads are too big for their bodies. You know what happens, Rob, eventually, when your head becomes too inflated? You can't keep it on your shoulders, and you fall. And if this is the beginning of the fall, let me give you the push you so desperately deserve. And Punk fucking just tosses the mic down at Van Dam, hits him, crosses his hands in some kind of X, it looks like. We don't really know what the fuck that means at this point. But CM Punk has cut his first real promo, and it's really fucking good. Alright, cool. This did okay. And a decent match. Kurt Angle and Steve Corino went to about 15 and a half minutes. Kurt Angle picks the victory with an angle slam. Kurt Angle makes defense number 6 of his ECW World Television title. Sucks they don't click. Definitely kind of hurt the fact. Of course, Corino's not that great of a wrestler. He's not been around a whole bunch to kind of bounce off all the... Oh, shit, I just hit you. I'm so sorry. I hit you because you're my mic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did this. But anyways, he's not been around, so he doesn't always have the luxury of facing all of our really top-tier workers. But overall, I think this does pretty well. Does its job. Angle retains. I think we're about to go into our main event. Or, well, we will be in a moment. Yeah, basically, Kurt Angle celebrates with his belt. He's done it. It's true. It's damn true. The real American hero. Actually, I think I changed it, right? It's not true. It's damn true. It's true. It's fucking true. Kurt Angle, the real American hero. Still television champion. And yeah, just before our main event, we go backstage. Christy Mist is talking to Mikey Whipwreck. Or no, she's just backstage. She's talking about something. She's hyping up our main event, probably. It's up next. Sandman taking on Taz. Can Sandman finally become ECW World Champion again? Or will Taz continue his reign of dominance here in this company? And all of a sudden, Mikey Whipwreck fucking blows through a door or something like that. Kind of walks by, and she's like, oh wow, that was really weird. And all of a sudden, Mikey kind of turns back, and he's like, wait a minute, is that on? She's like, well, yeah. And he grabs the mic from her, and he says, Heyman, I don't know where you are in the building tonight. I really don't. And that kind of fucking sucks. Because I'm thinking about something. And all I'm going to say, Heyman, is that I gave you plenty of fucking warning. I gave you the opportunity. I just wanted a fucking match. And you won't give it to me. And now, I have to do what I have to do in order to put myself in the fucking show. I gave you ample fucking opportunity. I gave you all the time in the goddamn world, and I'm still fucking ignored. Not any longer. Paul Heyman, you are responsible for what happens next. And Christy, Mikey kind of takes off. Christy is like, yeah, that's not concerning or anything. It might be main event time. It is. Nice. It's the best show on the night. Fuck yeah. 82B, and about that, a great wrestling t-shirt to the crowd. It's Taz, fuckers. He beats the Sandman in 1738 by submission with a Taz mission. Taz makes defense number 1 of his ECW World Television Championship. I'm trying to think of a really good way to do, like, a Taz mission. Best thing I think of, right, is that Sandman does the, I'm forgetting what it's called. It's the flying leg drop, right? So my thought is that Sandman goes up to do the flying leg drop, and, like, Taz, kind of as Sandman's on the way down, kind of, like, manages to turn himself to where when Sandman would land for the leg drop, obviously Taz has moved, but he's kind of behind him, and right from that, he kind of just grips Sandman, like, by the neck, sort of. He's laying, Sandman comes off, he kind of spins himself on the ground, catches Sandman kind of while he's seated, just pulls him back into a Taz mission, and just fucking goes to town, starts choking the fucking life out of him, and finally the Sandman has to submit, and Taz is still ECW World Champion. Sandman's fucking out of it. He's kind of regaining consciousness. You might have blacked out there for a minute. Not necessarily sure. The ref called for the finish, so either Sandman passed out or whatever. Sandman doesn't tap. He's a tough bastard, right? So he's just gonna keep taking the pain. Woman or whatever kind of collects Sandman, helps him to the back, and points at Taz, and Taz just holds his belt aloft, puts it around his waist, crosses his arms, stares into the camera. Beat me if you can, survive if I let you place. And that's that. Overall, this show gets a 83B+, up in 11. That's exactly what you want. I need to tell Rob Van Dam he's my fucking daddy, so then he's not angry. I want to give Taz some good performance buffs. And who else really shocked me tonight? Probably Punk, actually. Yeah, Punk should be praised for a great performance. Yeah. So we've got was happy, seemed pleased, and seemed pleased. Very good overall right there. First pay-per-view in a little bit, actually, without Raven on it. Mostly because I wanted to give CM Punk a promo on his own. He's I'm gonna spoil a little something for you now. Punk and Daniels will kind of be in their own enclosed thing now for a little bit, so we're kind of like pairing off all the members. Raven's gonna pick up a feud here in a bit. We're gonna get Abyss into a new program, and obviously Daniels and Punk are kind of together. They will be a tag team going forward. I've kind of already had them pinned as a tag team for a little while. We got a Pirate, a buy rate of 0.02, which I think is, how many homes is that? Show history, that is 12,000 or so. That's pretty fucking shit, but I think it's better than our last pay-per-view, isn't it? What did November to Remember get? Yeah, I got about 4,000, so when you compare, we're definitely doing way better in terms of pay-per-view buys. Good shit. So, champions coming out of this show. We've still got Taz as the world champion. Tag team champs are brand new. Hayabusa and Tajiri, and Kurt Angle is still our television champion. Moving forward, anything I wanted to address, I kind of just wanted to point this out. They have been a team for a little while. I've even got a tag finish for them, the Nevermore. I'm not exactly sure what that is yet in my head. I could think of something, actually. I might have an idea. Anyways. Oh, yeah, actually, I've got a couple ideas for that. I'll have to sit down with my brain and figure things out. We've got Hardcore TV in 6 days, of course. We're back on the regular schedule. And then I think our next event from there is... Right, so it's not a pay-per-view for another month, which means February, we've got a good old-fashioned television special, and I think I show you guys this regularly enough. What I do in order to check out television special dates is I go to this data. This was the data I actually tested with originally, all the way back in 1997. We're now in the game. We're almost a month into 2000. Holy shit. Where were we? We were here. Is it CyberSlam? It is CyberSlam. So CyberSlam is in pretty much exactly a month's time. It'll be 3 weeks, I believe, because it's just a TV special. I'll have to build up some good feuds for that. You know what I mean? Some good feuds. We'll go with that. I'll switch back to the violet skin just because I enjoy it. Without further ado, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, this is Silly Tuck, signing out.